What's going on, guys? This is Clark Knives here with another video, and today we're going to be doing a video on a couple of new recent pickups I got. If y'all watched my last video, I told y'all about me getting some vintage case, and believe it or not, after, let's see here, after probably almost a week, they finally came in. I did get these on a trade deal, and the feller I traded a knife to got his knife last Friday. It's currently Monday. He got it Friday, so before the weekend started, but better late than never. I got him today, so I'm quite happy. Went fishing today, me and my uncle caught quite a few fish, so overall pretty good day. Caught quite a few fish, got some new case knives. I can't be complaining too much. Before we get into these new case knives though, I'm gonna be showing you what I've been carrying today. This is the Great Eastern Cutlery number 76. I've been carrying this quite a while, on and off. It's got some back spring teners. There you go. Here's the main blade here. Very nice little clip point blade. Pretty good little teener going. You know how it goes. And then there's the old spay blade secondary. This is a moose pattern, if you couldn't tell. Moose. I like this knife a lot. That was gifted me by a really good buddy of mine as a wedding gift. Here's my Leatherman Wave. I used this pretty good bit fishing today. If I needed it, if I had a hook reeled down in the fish's mouth, I'd just use my pliers to get it out of that, or if I had my crankbait or something like that, all kinds of stuck in a weird way in that fish's mouth. Instead of sticking my hand down there and getting hooked, I use my Leatherman. And then, of course, I've been carrying the Kyle Noseworthy Mini Tradesman on the belt. Believe it or not, besides Sunday mornings, which I've had 2 Sunday mornings that I've had this thing. Besides those 2 Sundays, I've had this thing on the belt ever since I got it. I got it on a Saturday. So I would say I've had this for about a week now, I think. Let's see here. So I got it on Saturday, not this Saturday, but the last Saturday, I think. Yeah, not this Saturday, but the last Saturday. So I've had it a full week and a couple days. I've been using it quite a bit. I put a little bit of extra teener on it. I ain't done too much though. It's cut some onions and cut open a watermelon or two, all that fun little jazz. So let me get this out of the way. Here's this last thing I've been carrying. I haven't showed this off just yet. 1897, one whole dollar, silver dollar. Listen to this noise here. Boy, you can't beat that noise. That's pretty cool. But yeah, my wife got this for me at a flea market there for a pretty good little deal, and it's in pretty good shape. I like these old silver coins. I've got, I think I've got 3 or 4 silver coins now. I just think they're really cool. Pretty good little piece of history. You don't see very many of these roaming around anymore. But yeah, most people put them up. Smart people would put them up. I just carry this in the watch pocket of my jeans, so it don't really hurt it. And these ones you find at flea markets, they ain't worth nothing to even worry about putting up anyhow. So, but now that we're 4 minutes in, I figured I'd give y'all a little pocket dump. Let's go ahead and get into these new case knives I got. And I think I'm gonna start with this here Stockman. I got a I guess you'd call this a red bone. This is a case 75 pattern. And let me see here. Let me see how many dots this thing has. And believe it or not, I cannot read any of these dots. I don't think this thing has any dots on it. I'm not too sure. You don't have any dots. I am not the greatest at dating a case knife. So if y'all know what year this is, I think this is pre-70s. So this is before 70s, the 70s stamps, because this other one I've got the 70s model, and it's got the little dots under, and it looks pretty much the same as this. So I think this is the 65 through something. But yeah, it's in pretty good shape here. The main blade has some pretty good snap. Not the best though, and it's, believe it or not, this thing is still shiny. Shiny as all get out. I think this might have come from a fella named Kent Smith. I'm not too sure though. And then here's the sheep's foot. Sheep's foot. It's a little worn down there. It's almost a spade blade or even a pin blade. You can make it a pin blade more than likely. I'll probably just leave it the way it is. So that thing's got some snap to it. That little blade's got some snap. And then this one, for some reason, it almost broke my fingernail off the first time I opened it up. Probably because my fingernails were wet from, I've been cleaning fish, and then I ran home real quick after that to come and get these. But yeah, this is a pretty good condition knife here. It's definitely gonna be a user. This bone's real worn down. There's a real dark line there, so that's probably a crack down beneath the surface. It doesn't come through, as you can see. But right, can you see it? You might not be able to see it. I wish you could, but there's a crack right here. There's a crack right here, and then there's even, boy, it's my lighting. I really need to move my desk back to where it was before, but there's a crack right here, so it goes off in a Y. It starts right here, goes that way, and goes that way. So I assume after a while of carrying this, this will end up kind of splitting off, which I'm not even worried about that. I'm just going to throw it in the pocket, and if it falls off, looks like somebody super glued it, so it probably won't end up doing that. I'm gonna carry it. If it falls off, I'll get it recovered or something. I know somebody on Instagram that does a really good job of restoring these old case knives with some new bone, some stag, or something cool like that. So I may have him do a little bit of a recover. He does a real good job. He's a really cool guy. But yeah, I did trade a GEC for these two knives. I mean, I think we came out pretty even. He may have even lost out on the deal, to be honest with, yeah, he may have lost a little bit of money on the deal, but I mean, we're both friends. We're all good, family, and everything like that around here. He's a cool guy, and he wasn't too worried about it. So I did send him a little extra. I sent him, I think, a little leather origami wallet, and then a slip that I had left over laying around. I sent him those just to kind of make up for whatever he may have lost out on, because these are pretty sweet old knives, and probably one of these knives was worth whatever that GEC was. But yeah, if you see that, I just cut myself. Now it ain't bleeding, but it's I peeled the skin with it. You can see a little white mark. The thing's pretty sharp. But yeah, old case 75 pattern. And then here is probably the one that I'm most excited for. Oh, well, speaking of that guy that does recovers, he's just popped up on my YouTube here as a notification. CLM Customs is who it is if you want to get a hold of him. I don't necessarily know what you would call this. I think this might be green bone. I'm not too sure though. This knife is probably the one that I was waiting for the most of all. This is the one that I was the most excited about. And this main blade here will break your fingernail getting it out of there. This thing is just snappy. Now, opening snap, not so much. Closing snap, it'll knock your finger off. Now that thing is snappy. It snaps closed. Now this secondary blade, it's a little on the weaker side. Not too bad though. But yep, both of these knobs have some pretty good little pocket wear to them. I'd say whoever had these, I don't know if Kent Smith had these, I don't know what the deal is, but I would say Kent Smith had both of these at one point because he does a really good job of cleaning up these old case knives. Now it does look like there's a little bit of a gap in between these two. It looks almost like these bolsters kind of need to be pinched together on each end to bring them back springs a little bit closer together, because you can almost see through that. But I'm really not too worried about it. Like I said, I'm gonna put these things in my pocket and carry them like they should be. But as you can see, well, focus up here. Case XX USA 3 dots. So let's see here, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 3. I think this is a 73 model, 1973. Well, no, hang on. 3. I'm doing some hard math in my head right now. Okay, 77 model. This is a 1977 model case muskrat. And the shield is pinned on this one, and the shield is pinned on this one. You just can't see it. If I'm looking really hard at it outside of the camera, I can see it. I can see one right there and one right there. So yeah, they're both pinned. But yeah, both really cool knives. Lots of character to them. And this bone on this knife is just, oh, it is beautiful. I couldn't be happier with this knife. I probably would have traded that GEC just for this one here, but he was offering that one as well, and I was like, you know what? I like that. That suits me fine. I love it. Let's do it. There's your little number on there, muskrat. That's how Case identifies the muskrats. They don't have a number or anything. But as far as this goes, there's pretty good meat left on these old California clip points. I probably won't end up going through them, and you know, unless I keep them for 15, 20 years or so. And then this one, I probably won't ever go through the blade stocks on these either. So they're just gonna be little pocket droppers. A little bit of a relief to my Great Eastern cutleries sometimes. And honestly, I think if I get another case knife, it's probably gonna be a stupid 31 pattern, because I'm so sick and tired of seeing everybody on the planet Earth having a red bone 31 pattern. And I just absolutely adore that knife. I think that knife is probably one of the best looking knives out there. It is so classic, classy. It's probably the pinnacle of old slip joint knives. I mean, that's just a really sweet knife. So if I get another slip joint, I'll probably be after one of those. I'm not too sure though, because I'm one of the guys, I don't like to get a whole bunch of knives that everybody's got. I don't want to, you know, I try to get things that aren't very common. But a Case 75 is probably the most common knife there is besides the Trapper. But anyways, that's probably all I've got today. I hope y'all enjoyed. If y'all did enjoy the video, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And you would get to see whenever I post my videos. So if you feel like it and if you're up to it, go ahead and hit that little subscribe button there. Please and thank you. I enjoy this little YouTube channel now and then. But yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see y'all next time. Peace.